Hi, hello everyone. A big hi to all my bacha log. So tell me, how are you all doing here, everyone? जल्दी से फटाफट बोल दीजिए because I'm totally excited because I'm seeing all my legends, or let's say with so much of love, all my bacha log after a very long time, isn't it? Right? So I really want to know how you all are doing. I'm totally excited for that. And how was your entire week of exams, and how was it, how much you did, and how much happy you all are? I really want to know everything. So I'm going to look into the chat box. So everyone, tell me, how was your experience and what where you are doing in the past 1 to 2 weeks. Shraddha, hi, hello. Lakshmi, hi. Mayank, sir, ठंड तो नहीं लग रही. So you're asking me a question. लग रही थी, but in Bangalore the temperature is so low, but seems like acclimatization हो गया, and I'm like okay with this particular temperature, and I'm actually enjoying this chotu temperature here. Various are also here, Miara. Good to have you, every one of you here. Hi, Shraddha, Stylish, Palak. Good evening after a very long time, right? Many people. Okay, so yes, I'm doing so good. Now, let me talk about the session, what we are going to do in today's class. In this particular session, right, we will be mainly talking about the strategies you should be following so that we can complete all the term 2 topics in a perfectly amazing way, like we did for term 1, right? And how to do the perfect revisions, everything we are going to discuss so that the term 2 examination is going to be super successful than the term 1 examination, and you all will be coming out of the exam hall with a smiling face, mera bacha log. है ना? So yes, whoever is seeing me for the very first time, this is Ameer, your physics educator at Unacademy, and this is your bhaiya, है ना? And whatever is my introduction, I hope you all can see on the screen. One thing that is not there on the screen is like I'm from Kerala. I'm not so good with Hindi, but still I'll be trying to speak in Hindi thoda thoda in between. But okay, most of the explanation and all the conversation is gonna be in English. Okay, fine. Moving on. Now here we are on 21st of December talking about the strategy and the course structure, mera bachcha log, isn't it? Now when do we have our next class? It goes on this Friday. On this Friday at 8 p.m., we are having our class of ray optics. Is it going to be a regular session? No. In one shot, we are going to complete the entire chapter of ray optics, because ray optics chapter together we have completed, Anna. We have taken the chapter of ray optics together. Now we'll be doing the one shot video so that it will be a revision for every one of you. Which day? 8 p.m. on Friday. Don't miss this chance. In one class, the entire. But hello, can you all hear me, see me? Tell me, can you all hear me and see me? I think there was a small lag issue, isn't it? Now I hope it is fine. Now fine? Everything. ठीक है, बढ़िया बात है. So what was the thing what I was talking about, बच्चा लोग? On this Friday at 8 p.m. don't miss your chance. We are going to be having one complete revision of the chapter of ray optics. It is going to be very important. It will make a huge difference in understanding the chapter of ray optics. Don't miss it on Friday at 8 p.m. ठीक है? Then you do all have so many favorite teachers in Unacademy class 11th and 12th, है ना? And you obviously don't want to miss the live classes from any of these favorite teachers of yours. So be a part of the Telegram channel here. The link is given here and also in the description box. So जल्दी से वो link use करके be a part of it. Bugs Bounty क्या होता है मेरा बच्चा लोग? What is this Bugs Bounty program? It's an amazing way which can help you to get a lot much of prizes. What you all have to do? Go to the description. There you'll find a form. Fill the form if you're finding any inappropriate content in the videos uploaded by Unacademy. If it is valid, बहुत सारा prizes मिल जाएगा आप सब लोगों को. Fine? Okay. Now, what I want to tell you is, everyone share the class to all your friends and ask them to join. किसको wait कर रहा है? Okay, ask them to join and tell them that the Bhaiya is here already live and we are going to soon discuss about the strategies you all should be following to make a successful term 2 preparation. है ना? Jaldi, everyone here in this classroom, share the class with every one of you. Now, whoever is new here, I'll talk about the Unacademy Plus subscription features. ठीक है? देख ले. Now, nowadays, as we all know, we are learning through YouTube, and as I'm concerned, I do appreciate that. But there are some students, है ना बच्चे लोग, who would love personal guidance or personal mentoring directly from the teachers who's handling the class. For them, the Unacademy Plus subscription platform is the right place for every one of you. More than that, there are so many students, or let's say 100% of students, right, who'd love to clear your doubts whenever a teacher is taking the live sessions. This can only happen while you are on the Unacademy Plus platform, because there we have a simple feature in the class. We call it as in-class calling facility, where you all can ask the teacher to call you through the app itself and get your doubts cleared at the moment whenever he is taking the class. Isn't that an amazing thing? Yes, it is. And more than that, you will be having top educators of the country who's having a very good experience to teach you. So they'll be telling you what to study, what not to study. For everything. These people will be there because they already have a very good experience. Let's say 15 plus years of experience, 20 plus years of experience. With that experience, they all will be able to tell that, okay, what are the MCQ pattern you should be expecting, what are MCQ questions and other numerical questions you should be practicing, so that you can ace in the competitive examination you all are going to appear for. Isn't it? So you just follow them, and so easily you can get into the colleges wherever you are dreaming about. Then study materials will be given to you, bachalo. Practice test, live test series, everything will be provided to you to make you super confident and come out of the examination hall with flying colors. Isn't it? 12 months if you go for, it will cost you 1,250 per month. Do you need to pay that much, बच्चा लोग? बिल्कुल नहीं. Why? हमारा पास कोड है ना बच्चा लोग, देख ले. We have a code of AMB10 for the entire physics family. Use this and get 10% of discount. मतलब you only need to pay 1,125 per month, and while using this code, and you will get maximum offers also while you make the subscription. So many offers will be given to you. So don't forget, हमारा code है AMB10 it is. Okay? Done, done, done. Now, we have Iconic subscription. In Iconic, you will get all the features of Plus subscription. Plus some extra features will also be given to you, such as personal mentor. ये क्या होता है? A person will be assigned to you and he'll be telling you what to study, what not to study. Okay, for everything, for every academic thing, 24/7, this person will be there. So when this person assigned you, you'll feel so cool and so light, and you'll feel so good. Okay, and you will have a lot much of interest for learning because you won't be having that curiosity. You'll be having a very peaceful, calm mind when this person is assigned you. So make use of this. Then live doubt solving classes, especially for you. Weekly reports will be given to you. For all these things, if you're going for 12 month subscription, it will cost you 2,333 per month. And don't you need 10% of discount? Don't you need? Use कर ले the code which is AMB10 and get 10% of discount. Matlab, then you only need to pay 2,100 rupees per month. Code is AMB10, and you'll get many offers also while you use this code when the subscription is being made. Code is AMB10. ठीक है? Okay. Now, I think it's time to start with our strategies. Shall we? Sir, you don't know Hindi? नहीं बिल्कुल मुझे थोड़ा तो आता है. Okay, but I'm learning. Like you all are learning physics, Anna. Obviously, I'm also trying to learn physics, okay, in a better way. At the same time, right, I'm trying to learn the language of Hindi also. So, Palak, yes, Miara, yo. Let's get started. Shreya, yes, thank you so much for explaining. Sana, good evening. Good to have you here. Cousin sister, self-proclaimed. Okay. So let me tell to everyone, Sana is not my cousin, okay? She's ऐसे ही बोल रहा है. Okay, let's start the class, है ना? Yes, very good. So, when we talk about planning or making a strategy for term 2, first, you should be knowing which all are the topics you should be preparing for the term 2, isn't it? Right? And for each of those topics, right, how many marks are being distributed? So, according to NCERT, here we have the topics that we should be preparing for term 2. Let's go through it first. Isn't it? Take a look. In the unit 5, we have the chapter of electromagnetic waves. बहुत छोटू चैप्टर है. बहुत छोटू मतलब बहुत इतू सा, okay, क्यूटू सा चैप्टर है. Within if at all you are learning also, you can complete the learning of this particular chapter within 1 hour or 2 hours. The entire chapter छोटू chapter है. Okay, you can see that for EM waves and optics together 17 marks are given, will be coming for your term 2 exam. Okay, so I say, according to what I think is, from electromagnetic waves you will get a question from for a range of 4 marks or 3 to 4 marks, let's say, or to a maximum of 5 marks. I don't think it will go till 5 marks. 3 to 4 marks of questions you can expect from this chapter of electromagnetic waves. But like I told you, simple as chapter hai, make sure that you learn this chapter completely. Fine. Then there comes the bada chapter. I think this is the biggest part, or many of the students find it a bit hard compared to all the remaining chapters in term 2 syllabus, which is optics. Okay, there comes ray optics. Ray optics, you will find it simple because most of the concepts and fundamentals you already have completed in your 10th standard, right? So ray optics, you will find it simple, but some extra topics are there, right? You'll have to struggle a lot, and the question that pop-ups from ray optics during this 12th standard will be a bit higher, है ना? So make sure that you go through it completely. So from ray optics, you can expect a question to a range of 8 to 9 marks. Okay, or not, let's say 8 to 9 marks, 7 to 8 marks. Okay, we can say 7 to 8 marks can be done. Then there comes the last chapter, which is our wave optics. Wave optics, it's not so lengthy chapter compared to ray optics, but the problem with wave optics is all the topics, Anna, whatever you're going to learn in wave optics is a new thing which you haven't learned in your entire life before. So you'll find it new. So along with the newness, that curiosity and a bit of toughness will come along with it, right? Which means you'll have to spend some time for this wave optics. You'll have to invest some time. If you are ready to invest that time, you will learn dhire dhire say this wave optics, and you can make it simple. And you can expect a mark of 5 to 6 marks or 6 to 7 marks from this particular chapter of wave optics. Fine. So these comes the first 2 units. And tell me how many of this we already have completed. You only tell me, Achalok, how many of this chapter which we have already told, right? How many of chapters we have completed already? Sagar, my whole day, it was awesome, I suppose. It was good. I was so happy because I did so many good things today. Tell me, nobody has the answer. किसी के पास भी answer नहीं है. How can this be true? Okay, yes, Palak says 2 chapters completed. Very good. We already have completed, right? EM waves chapter and the ray optics chapter. We already have completed. Those who were not there in the classroom, it is available in the playlist of class 12 and Academy class 11th and 12th YouTube channel. मतलब ये channel पे. Okay, you'll get the playlist. Go watch, learn this particular topic. Very important. As ray optics is super important, like already have mentioned, I know some new students have joined on this Friday. Now, at 8 p.m., what do we have? We have the complete revision of the chapter of ray optics at 8 p.m. Ray optics in one shot we are going to do on this Friday at 8 p.m. Don't miss it, mera chalo. It's very important. ठीक है? Ray optics chapter. then we come to those 3 chapters which we together call it as modern physics. Right, in many books you will find these three chapters under the heading of modern physics. Which are they? One is dual nature, right? Then it is atoms and nuclei. Okay, these three chapters: atoms, nuclei. Matlab, atoms you will find as one chapter in NCERT and nuclei as another chapter in NCERT. Needless to say, it is simple. Once you give some time, these three chapters are simple. And how many marks are there? 11 marks you can easily grab if you give some time for this chapter. Matlab, for complete learning of this chapter, if you start learning the theory and MCQs, it will take hardly 3 days. A maximum of 3 days, you can complete the entire revision of this chapter or the study of this chapter. Within 3 days, you can get 11. And within 3 to 4 hours, you can complete the EMAs where you can grab some 4 marks. So 11 plus 4, 15 marks already done. And then you will have to check for the other things. Then what do we have? Last chapter, electronic devices. Now, this particular chapter of electronics was so tough in earlier days because the topic of transistor was there. So in this chapter of electronic devices, that tough topic was transistor part, right? Okay, when I was in my 12th standard, I also found it super difficult, right? And I went into the exam hall even without learning that part of transistor. But luckily, right, we don't have that particular topic here, right? Okay, we only have the semiconductors part. Matlab, till diode only we have. You'll be learning what this diode and all is, right? We don't have the part of transistor. So till diode, it's an easy part. And how many marks is going to come array from a single chapter? 7 marks. And it's not a lengthy chapter, simple chapter it is. Give it some time and don't forget to learn this chapter. 7 marks is going to come one single chapter. So it's an important chapter, right? So give maximum amount of time and try to learn it. Okay, fine. This is it. Only this much we have for term 2. And let me tell you, compared to term 1, the term 2 topics are very simple. You can easily learn it. Let me tell you, every bacha log. Let's say Bobby, Sana, Shraddha, right? Whoever is there in this class, term 2 topics are comparatively easy than term 1. This is easy. Okay, proudly I can say that with full of confidence, I can say that it is an easy topic. From this Friday we are going to start with the one shot of ray optics, bacha log. Yes. Okay. Okay, now it's time to make for strategy. What all you should start planning from today onwards so that you can make a perfect plan for executing this term 2. Shall we see what all you should be following for the next 2 to 3 months so that your term 2 examination is going to be super wonderful? Okay. अरे बच्चा लोग आप ही बोल दे हाँ सर बिल्कुल. We are so eagerly waiting to see the strategies. First thing is consult the blueprint of CBSE for physics. मतलब क्या है? Whatever issues you have, whatever doubts you have, go to the site of CBSE and seek the help from it. Seek the information from it, right? Because that is the valid thing. Let's say blueprint matlab you want to know the syllabus. Right, for each and every topic, some of the topics are being deleted. So don't waste your time for learning those deleted topics. Understood? Right? Okay, so go for the CBSE site and take a printout of those blueprint and see which are the deleted topics and which are the topics that is going to be there. Just learn that topic, give enough time for them and learn it. Fine. So make sure that you make this happen during your study time. Okay, then it's always about divide the syllabus and then conquer. Matlab, divide and rule policy which was there in earlier or past India, isn't it? What is it? Divide and rule matlab, if you are having a big country, right, and another person want to conquer that big country, right, what will that person do? Let's say that country has so many states and those chotu states has so many other kings. What the person will do is, like, first He'll try to make an internal conflict between the kings of all those states, right? So once that internal bonding is being broken, it is very easy for an outside person to come and conquer this entire country, isn't it? Right? That's the same concept we have to use it here. Matlab, whatever is the entire syllabus, if you try to complete overnight, that is not going to happen. है ना? It is not going to happen. So what do you have to do? Just divide the syllabus. Just look at what all topics you have to learn, right? Divide the syllabus accordingly so that it is distributed equally to all the remaining days possible. समझ में आ गया? Let's say you have 7 remaining days. So divide the topics accordingly so that it will fit into this 7 days and you can complete the entire revision in this. So make sure that you follow this particular thing while you learn. मतलब divide the syllabus and then conquer it. मतलब win over it. मतलब get the full marks for term 2 examination. Right? Haha, divide and rule policy, Palak. Hi, Sajal. Hello. Okay, so I hope all of you are clear about this. Matlab, these two things which you must follow, it is very important. Yeah. Matlab, now, whenever you learn, try to complete those topics which is having a greater weightage. We already have discussed and went through the syllabus of term 2, Hannah. So tell me, which are that easy chapters and where we can grab marks easily? Okay, I'll tell you a study plan. If you find it easier, right, you can go with it. Now, compared to all the chapters available, these three are modern physics. It is very easy to learn and easy scoring topics. So first, if you are preparing for term 2, complete these three where you will get 11 marks out of it. Okay, then if I'm a wise person, then I'll be going for this chapter of electronics. Why? Because one single chapter, if you learn, you're going to get 7 marks. Arey baap re. So then you can go for the chapter of electronic devices. Then kya karega? Then I learn within 2-3 hours, two chapter like EM ways where you can get some 4 marks. Then I will enter into the chapter of ray optics. And I'll keep this ray optics to last because that is comparatively the toughest among all the remaining chapters concerned. This will be the, let's say, the flow I will be having if I was a person preparing for the term 2. What do you all say? Is it applicable for you? Do you think that that is a very perfect plan? If you are preparing for term 2, do you think that, sir, whatever sir has told, I do agree with that? Or if you're not agreeing right now, you'll come to agreement with me, right? Once you learn all these topics, you'll understand, whatever sir was telling, it's true. These topics are simple. We should be starting with these. Yes, Palak, right, Shreya? On a Friday, we are going to be having one shot of the entire chapter of ray optics. Ray optics complete because we have done the chapter of ray optics. So in one go, in one shot, within 2 to 3 hours, we'll be completing the chapter of ray optics. Okay, now let's continue with our strategy. Dekh le. This is something which I tell you all the time. Even when you start learning any of the topic right now, start making a short notebook. Is there anyone, कोई बच्चा लोग है क्या who doesn't know ये short note क्या है? Arey, whenever you learn a topic, right, try to write down the important definitions and formulas from that particular topic. And for all the chapters and for all the topics, it should be entered into your short notebooks. Why? Because that should be the book you should be revising or going through in the last 2 to 3 days of your final examinations. So it is that important. So make sure that you make this happen. Okay, it is very, very, very important to make the short notes. I hope you all are going to make it, है ना? चलो अब सब लोग बनाएगा. What do you all say? है ना? ठीक है. So make sure that this happens. Then, short book for formulas and everything. Also, Shreya is like whatever notes we are making, it is always short notes because we don't write much. That was a good one actually. Well, Mithilesh, Palak. Okay. Now, देखले. Whenever you learn, okay, try to learn by making mind maps. Matlab, one connected to another thing. Right? Don't simply try to by heart, you'll forget everything. Right? Try to make some rules or try to make some funny way so that, or try to connect each and everything through a story so that you will never ever forget because you know that from 12th standard physics so many chapters are there and बहुत सारा formulas भी है, isn't it? So I can give you one example is like while you were learning coding, right, color coding of resistor, right, for every color a numerical value is given. So by hearting that, it's a very difficult task if you do it by direct method. So that's why we have that thing of B.B. Roy of Great Britain has a very good wife. Everybody knows. Based on that, we can remember that concept of color coding in an easy manner, right? So try to make your own method so that you can remember everything in a later time. Okay, so whenever you start learning for term 2 right now, you know, so make sure that you started from the beginning. It is very important. And this is something which nobody does or everyone forgets, the numerical path. मतलब बच्चा लोग, physics doesn't mean that it's about concept. Yes, concepts is there. You have to apply the concept and make into a final formula. But after you reach the final formula, let's say you have reached the final formula for momentum as mass into velocity. You're asked to find out momentum by using the concepts of physics. You have written momentum is equal to mass into velocity. But it is not completed. You have to put the value of mass, you have to put the numerical value of velocity, multiply it and get the answer, right? So this mathematics part is very important, and there is a, I have seen many students making mistakes about a particular question in the numerical part only, right? The calculation will go wrong. So make sure that don't use calculators while making calculations right now. Whenever you're doing a rough problems, don't use calculators. Instead, do it. Okay, even if you're doing 12 into 12, do it on side. Okay, 2 2 2s are 4, 2 2 1 144. So do it mathematically so that the calculation process will become more and more faster as you keep on doing it in this method. Okay, it's very important, this particular part. Okay, paying attention to the numerical part, doing mathematics by yourself, trying to avoid the simple mistakes you do while you handle the numerical part. It's very important. Okay, so I don't want to ask like this question, how many of you got a physics question wrong, right? Answer to a physics question wrong just because of the numerical calculation? I think everyone in the class will be raising up your hands, है ना? Everyone getting a wrong answer just because of calculation. Isn't it? Huh. Okay, so proudly I can say everyone in this class will be like, yes, sir, at least once. Not once, though many times, but at least once a person might have got the answer wrong just because of the calculation mistake they made. Isn't it? Sejal, Priyanka, Shreya. Yes, everyone is with me. Everyone is like, sir, yes, we face that. We face that. Okay, so moving on. Without me even telling, Sana is like proudly. So without me even telling that, right, revision is crucial. है ना? Revision is very crucial मेरा बच्चा लोग. मतलब even if you learn the complete topic, let's say 3 months are left for examination. In the 3 months you have completed the entire chapter. मतलब you are learning a chapter for the first time and you completed learning that, you did enough MCQ also. Okay, but without revision, if you go and sit in the examination hall, do you think that the examination is going to be so much amazing? Well, is it going to be super good? Not at all. You will be coming with a disappointed. You'll come out disappointed and with a sad face, obviously. So you all know how important this revision is. So let's say you have 3 months left. I'll just tell you. You have 3 months left, right? So in this 3 month, right? In 2 months, try to complete the entire chapter. Matlab the initial phase of learning, complete that within that 2 months. And the last 1 month, okay? What do you have to do? You'll have to use this 1 month completely for revision. Usually, it this 1 month starts from the mid of Feb to the mid of March, because after the mid of March usually the exams start, है ना? So this 1 month है ना, it's very important. It plays a very crucial role in deciding the marks of your term 2. Okay, then developing the skill of time management. Do I need to tell you? No. Because you'll be having, let's say, 30 questions are there to get solved. Another 30 questions are there. Some 60 minutes is available. For each question, tell me how much time will be there. 60 minutes, 30 question, 2 minutes, right? So within 2 minutes, you should be completing a question. Don't take more than that. But you can adjust time. Let's say there is a question where it needs only 10 seconds. Okay, so remaining time from that particular question you can give it for doing other tough questions. समझ में आ गया? So if you are taking a large amount of time in one question, right, you'll have to reduce the time for the next easy questions. So you'll have to manage the time so that you can attend all the questions. During the time of revision and study also, this time management is very important. Matlab, you have 3 months, just like I said, right? You should be making a perfect timetable so that within 3 months you will complete the entire chapter and the revision is also done. Okay, so that time management is very important, Miraj. Chalo. Okay, yes. Pinky, I forget the formulas every time whenever I give test. It is simply because the study is not proper. Matlab, just 2 days before, if you start learning and if you by heart the formula, it is obvious you will forget it because you are going to learn within that 2 days so many formulas. You will get confused. ये थोड़ी ना machine है ना? Our brain is not like a machine, just like that, just like a computer where we feed and whenever we want to retrieve it, it is going to come like that, right? There are so many complex processes, and for the information to get stored permanently, we'll have to keep on doing the practice. We'll have to keep on studying. So Priyanka पूछ रहा है कि sir, how to complete incomplete chapter? It's very hard to complete them, and those incomplete chapters are linked with the successive chapter. Incomplete chapters matlab your teacher is not completing the chapter, or some topics are deleted and you call that as incomplete chapters. Or the incomplete chapter doesn't mean that you didn't complete some chapter because you found it a bit tough. What do you mean by this incomplete chapter? आप ही बोल दे, मतलब बोल दे इसका. And sir, any tips to remember derivations? Sana, it's a formula we have to by heart. है ना? Derivations are something, right, which will help you to understand how we get the final formula. मतलब derivation is not something which has to by heart. If you by heart it, obviously you'll forget because there will be 10-12 lines of derivation. No one is going to by heart it, and it is going to be get reproduced during the examination. और कुछ नहीं हो जाएगा. So क्या करना है आप लोगों को? हाँ, obviously just understand, right, how you are moving from one step to another, because all the steps of the derivations are connected conceptually. So try to learn that concept मेरा बच्चा लोग, ठीक है? So then you won't forget. सच बता रहा हूँ मैं, because I also had this issue in my 12th standard and this is how I solved. Okay, so I hope no more new doubts I cannot find. Sir, for wave optics, do we need the knowledge of class 11 waves and oscillation? Let's say 30% of information is required. the main important topics of oscillations and waves chapter, yes, it is required. I'm not telling it is not at all required, because some of the concept we are going to use it there. Now, don't worry. Now, in this crucial time of your 12th standard, I won't be asking you to go and revise these waves and oscillation right now, because you have lot much to learn within 1 or 2 months, है ना? So, don't worry. Whenever I start with my way of text chapter, whatever is the required topics, prerequisite topics from the chapter of waves and oscillation, कोई बात नहीं. I'll give you a small idea on that. Oh, Priyanka, you meant what? Whenever you are absent, okay. Whenever you are absent, come and watch the YouTube videos. So many teachers are available, है ना? Even I am also taking classes, so you can come and watch my classes, right? So whenever you miss any classes, come and it will be recorded, है ना? YouTube पे सब मिल जाता है. You also know that if you want to listen a song, what do you do? Just come to YouTube, type the song. Sometimes you can also type the chapter name and the name of the teacher, that it is going to come. Just watch it. Yes, Pinky, you said the correct way. First, go by NCERT, right? And reference book along with that, solving numericals and MCQs. Wow. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Bobby, March or April? Okay, let's say after the mid of April, or at the last of April and at the beginning, sorry, after the mid of March, okay, and let's say at the or the end of March and the starting of April. So I think this is the possible date you can find term 2 exam. Okay. Yes. Ameer sir should prepare neat papers. I would also love that. Okay, I think a huge amount of money will be paid to those kind of teachers, right? So I would love. Why shouldn't I love? Sana is like, sir, we are having express train in school. We have completed 8 chapters in 2 months. अरे वाह, ये कैसे होता? फिजिक्स चैप्टर 8 चैप्टर्स, अरे बाप रे, 2 months पे. Okay. Pradeep books, haha, it's good. It's not so good, but it's good. I usually prefer HC Verma and DC Pandey books. Okay. And when we talk about the strategy, the last point we have is like presentation and visuals. Matlab, whenever you are not able to understand any topic, right? You can watch the presentations of that, animations of that, which will help you to understand. In that way, the concept will be stored inside your brain and you'll never be forgetting. Okay. So I'll say these are the best strategies you all should be following for what? For your term 2. Then, बच्चा लोग, tell me, any doubts? कुछ है क्या? So from my end, it is done. If you have any doubts other than this, school teachers already completed whole syllabus. Wow. Okay, so I'm not able to find any doubts you want to ask me or get it cleared from my end, right? You guys are having your own talks and having fun there. Okay, thank you so much, Miara, for recognizing that. We just received +1 result. Wow, wow, wow. So how was it? So I think you did good, Anna. You sent me the mark list, I suppose, in the group actually. Okay, very good, Palak. Amazing. Okay, so I think it's done, Anna. Okay. Now, this is the other batches which is gonna start for class 12 for term 2. So don't miss it. You all can come and join and be a part of it. Okay, मेरे बच्चा लोग? Fine. Then when we talk about the plus offers that is happening, if you make 12 months extra, 6 months is given, only 4,000 subscribers it is available. And if you want extra 10% of discount, the code you all know, it's AMB10. Okay, okay, don't forget. Now, special class timetables I will be soon updating. These special class features, you know that in the class, real time chats are there, question tabs where you can ask your doubts and get it cleared, live polls and quizzes, leaderboard. Awesome features are there, Marachalo. So some say that the state board syllabus is better than CBSE. Is it nothing like that? And I'm not going to make any comment on this. Nothing like that. Whatever you are supposed to do, right? Do it in the best way possible and do it. That's all. And I no need of comparison. वो ऐसे बोर्ड ऐसे ही भी है CBSE बोर्ड भी ऐसे है okay कुछ भी नहीं okay whatever you are supposed to learn कर ले and be happy whatever it is. Okay, so who haven't liked the session and shown some love towards Ameer Bhaiya, jaldi se jaldi like kar le and tell me that you all have enjoyed the class jaldi se, right? And share it with all your friends and tell them that so many amazing things were discussed, right? Don't miss it. And those who haven't subscribe to the channel now. Thank you so much, everyone. I think it's time to say bye bye and good night. है ना? Karthikeyan. Myara, Shreya, Shraddha, Pinky, Lakshmi, Priyanka, Lakshmi, Beenay, Sunita, Bipin, Palak. So bye everyone. Good night. See you all in the next class. Matlab on Friday. Isn't it? At 8 p.m. not 10 p.m. At 8 p.m. what do we have? Ray optics chapter. Isn't it? And it's one shot. So don't miss it. See you all on Friday at 8 p.m. Till then.